and welcome to the brand new Breakdown. This is your new 6:34 newscast, and we are live, and we're going to have fun with this show. I'm Heather Holman with Kevin Ogle, and we also have our digital producer, Avon Molinar, here. Hey, guys.
Hey, so fun to be part of the maiden voyage of this new format on the 6:30, along with you and Avon. Looking forward to the new ways that we can present some information to folks.
This is totally different than anything you've seen in the Oklahoma City market before. We are doing this 6:30 newscast. Again, it's now called the Breakdown, where we will break down stories of the day every day at 6:30 here in this podcast environment. It's a little more edgy, a little more high tech, and we're going to see how it works. But we know that it will work beautifully. We've practiced many times before. And so this is our first show. You might see some technical difficulties along the way, but hey, it's live television and we're here for it. We're going to have fun with you, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So let's get started on our first story of the day. Obviously, huge chaos and 23 people injured during a mass shooting last night out at Arcadia Lake at a campground out there in a party that they did not have any type of reservations for, no licensing for. And we're finding more about that today. And as of what we know right now, law enforcement has said there are no fatalities. However, people who were there say there was one fatality. So we're still working on that. Mecca Thompson is going to join us, in fact, after the next break, where she's going to break down her story. And Kevin, that's really what we're going to be doing here is you and I and Allie Meyer and I will be discussing national and local stories. Then we'll have a reporter on who will break down their story of the day. Even the weather segment, it's going to be a discussion and not necessarily a weather forecast. So lots of fun things still in the lineup for you. So we're glad again that you could join us today.
Absolutely. And you know, Heather, this is such a huge investigation for police, the OHP, whoever, the OSBI, into this shooting at Lake Arcadia, where you got 23 people hurt. The thing is, were they all shot? Were some shot? Were some hurt as they tried to scramble out of there? Also, as you said, there is a little bit of contention on were any fatalities. We certainly hope not. But as you said, one person said his friend died. The official line is no fatalities to report right now. So I understand it's difficult for everybody because this is such a far-reaching investigation. But it probably would help if they could get the mayor who was on, excuse me, I keep hitting that microphone. The mayor who held a news conference earlier didn't have a lot to say because police are doing their own investigation and he's there to tell people everything is safe, but a little more sharing of information so we can present it to you, our viewers. That's what we're most concerned about.
Yes. So again, Mecca Thompson will join us right after this break. We'll show her story. She'll sit down with us. We'll ask her some questions that were not in her story. She'll really break that down. So we'll get to her in just a bit. Also today, huge, massive fire. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, the homeowner woke up in time because it happened at 4:30 in the morning, but he has an 8,500 square foot house. So that alone was a major hurdle for firefighters when they got there to make their way through this gigantic house to make sure that no one else was inside. Well, the man apparently lives alone in this 8,500 square foot house. And the good news here is that authorities say typically smoke when you're asleep at night, it can either make you pass out, fall further into deep sleep, or oftentimes that leads to death.
We cover so many smoke inhalation deaths.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, fortunately, they were able to get to him and save him. And also, if you live in Oklahoma City and you don't have working smoke detectors, which we're told he did not, you can get free working smoke detectors from the Oklahoma City Fire Department.
And they will come out and install them, Heather.
They'll even do that,
I mean, what a deal on that. And they say this fella is one of the lucky ones because he actually heard the snapping and crackling of the fire. And boy, don't depend on that. Get you a smoke alarm that works. And as Heather said, the fire department can hook you up with that.
Right. In Oklahoma City, you got to be a resident, but hey, it's a great deal. So we love, again, that no one was injured in that. And again, 8,500 square feet of flames, basically, that they had to
That is a large casa. Yeah.
It really was. I love this story. I have a big heart for foster kids in Oklahoma. And something positive is happening. It's going to cost the state $250,000. Totally worth it, in my opinion. A law goes into effect July 1st, and a lot of foster kids don't have really anything of their own other than the clothes they're wearing, maybe one stuffed animal that they take with them from home to home and so forth. Typically, they pack their things in grocery bags and trash bags. But now what the state is doing is giving each one of these foster kids their own duffel bag, and along with some hygiene products inside. And it sounds like it's not that big of a deal, right? But it is.
It's huge.
A lot of them, they don't get to celebrate birthdays or even Christmas. And this to them just seems like something tangible that they can have that belongs to them, that they can take from home to home.
And it's something that, like you said, it's theirs. It belongs to them. They belong to it. I mean, it's a very important feature for these foster kids who really need that kind of help.
Right. It really is. So again, that law goes into effect on July 1st. Excited for that. Anything beneficial for our foster kids is great. Okay, so if you have booked with Spirit Airlines, they're shutting down. They've had lots and lots of problems over the years, in fact, but they are one of the country's most budget-friendly airlines. Unfortunately, they weren't able to be salvaged. So after 34 years, they will be going out of business. They've been struggling financially since the COVID-19 pandemic. 17,000 jobs now, unfortunately, at risk as the company is closing down.
There's a lot of pointing of fingers to it. Who caused this? Some people are pointing fingers at some Democratic U.S. senators who they say got in the way of a merger that would have helped save the airline. The senators and some others, the Democrats, are pointing, no, it wasn't us. It was their business practices. And now the really high cost of fuel because of what's happening in Iran.
Yeah.
So they'll get it all sorted out. We'll see what happens. But unfortunately, for those employees and the passengers, it is no more.
Yeah, it's just such a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a look at our stocks today. We're going to show you our closing numbers. And as we head to break, I want to remind you, Mecca Thompson is up after this break. She's going to break down her story involving the mass shooting at Arcadia Lake right after this.
The Texas Rangers are on CW43 on the best night of the week. Friday. Rangers, Cubs, Friday at 7.
Only on Oklahoma City's CW43.
False ads are flying in the governor's race, while liberal never-Trumpers lie about Gettner Drummond and talk about what they'll do with President Trump. Gettner Drummond, a MAGA man, has already done it. Partnering with President Trump to catch and deport cartel members, putting an end to the green energy scam, fighting Big Pharma so the Maha movement thrives in Oklahoma, and stopping communist China from buying American farmland. Trump tough, a MAGA man. Gettner Drummond for governor.
A leaky roof can lead to water damage and even mold growth, which is why you should call the pros at Time Proof USA. Get 50% off install and pay nothing for 12 months. No money down, no payments, no interest. Take advantage of this Memorial Day savings event.
The HKB Cosmetic Surgery Beauty Bash is back, May 4th through the 8th. It's our biggest event of the year, with exclusive savings on surgery, injectables, skincare, and more. Save on surgeon's fees and enjoy major discounts across med spa services and skincare products. Schedule your consultation during Beauty Bash to lock in these time-limited offers and receive a complimentary beauty bag when you qualify. Appointments will fill fast. Call HKB OKC today and secure your spot before it's gone.
Want to know what kind of governor I'll be? Just look at my record as Speaker.
Trump patriot Charles McCall.
We passed the largest tax cut in Oklahoma history, the toughest immigration bill in the country. We banned sex change surgery for kids, ended critical race theory, and defended the Second Amendment.
Charles McCall with President Trump from day one.
Just like President Trump is putting America first, I will always put Oklahoma first.
Conservative Charles McCall for governor.
Breakdown. Mecca Thompson joins us now live to break down her story of the day, and it was a big one. Mecca, you were out there at Arcadia Lake investigating your own, as you're talking to just different witnesses and so forth who were out there about this mass shooting that we had last night. 23 people injured.
23 people injured, definitely a lot of people. It was a very complex situation. Today, hearing from the mayor, I also was able to get some comments from a former Oklahoma City police homicide detective who was actually able to let us know what could be going on in these early stages of the investigation. Take a look.
shooting at Arcadia Lake.
We're already taking steps to review and strengthen park operations, permitting processes, and security measures, including evaluating increased law enforcement presence and additional safeguards.
Edmond police say there was a party happening near the Scissortail Park campground, advertised across social media, drawing big crowds of young adults. The event was not permitted or reserved.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. You've got a lot more people there who may have information, but now you have to get out and try to identify them.
Gary Eastridge, former detective for the Oklahoma City Police Department, says the investigation could take a while.
When you've got a chaotic scene like that, you've got people trying to flee, so they're destroying evidence inadvertently. You have the nighttime hours that you're trying to process. I would almost bet they're still on the scene, processing it for evidence.
As of Monday afternoon, we know 23 people were hurt. However, the extent of those injuries is unknown at this time.
Any act of violence is deeply concerning, and we are treating this situation with the utmost seriousness.
And Mecca joins us now again for the breakdown with more questions that you haven't seen in this story. So Mecca, we know 23 people were injured. What does that say about the gigantic crowd that must have been formed there? Have they said how large the crowd was?
So we don't know exactly how large that crowd was, but we can tell there were a lot of people there. So we do have it confirmed that this was some kind of party going on at that campground in Lake Arcadia. So you can see social media videos, and it looks like there could be, ranges of dozens of young adults there. So that's something that Edmond Police says they are investigating, but we do know large crowds of people and those young adults.
Okay, so what are the next steps for security around Arcadia Lake? Because it's such a popular place.
So the Edmond mayor actually said in his press conference today they would be accepting feedback from the public. If anyone has any suggestions, they're welcoming those ideas. And also they said they're going to go back and look at their protocol to see what they can do to tighten some of those barriers. Because I asked the Edmond mayor, I said, did you guys have patrols out there? He said, no, we don't surveil the area for 24 hours a day. So that's something he said they definitely would start looking into.
Okay, and we heard too that this was really promoted on social media and people were handing out flyers for everyone to show up at this party. But was there even a permit for that party to be held there?
There was not a permit and there was not a reservation. He said this is something that is typically done through the city, and those group of people, whoever was behind this party, they did not go through the proper channels to reserve this space.
So then what's next in the investigation?
So we are expecting a press conference tomorrow with the Edmond Police Department. I reached out to their public information officer and said, hey, when can we get some more information? She said to look for that tomorrow. Time is still to be determined.
All right, Mecca Thompson, thanks so much for being here for the breakdown.
Thanks, Heather.
When we come back, we'll talk to a meteorologist and break down the forecast after this.
Manufacturing.